Did you guys not know that Ed and Lorraine Warren were a total freaking scam? That's right. This super dreamy couple from the Conjuring franchise is actually based on Ed and Lorraine Warren, two of the paranormal and occult world's biggest recognized con artists. Now, while The Conjuring has made Ed and Lorraine out to be both very, very hot and way cooler than they actually are, the real story is gross. Ed and Lorraine both came from super Catholic families, and Lorraine allegedly was seeing stuff from the time she was little. Ed would come along later and say that he had also seen stuff when he was little, but yeah, we don't trust anything Ed says, and you'll see why in just a minute. Anyway, when they first got together, Ed went to art college after he got out of the Navy, and the couple would go around and draw pictures, paint pictures of houses that they said were haunted. And then they would go up to the people who lived in the house and go, "Hello, we've just sketched your house because my wife sees ghosts in them. You should pay us $500 and we'll come in there and get rid of those ghosts right away." And this was the grift. This was the scam that got them on talk shows and got them over to the Amityville house and all the places that these cases were allegedly based on, including famously the Enfield poltergeist, right? The Enfield poltergeist happened over in England. Allegedly, these two young girls were being levitated, mainly this one daughter of the family who was speaking in this crazy voice and levitating, and there was all these knocks and sounds, and it was like this really brutal, scary poltergeist. Even though they've made a whole movie about Ed and Lorraine, and I also believe that they wrote a book about this, they were not involved in this really. They showed up for 2 seconds after it was all over the news so that they could get their faces in the press and da-da-da-da. They had nothing to do with it. They like to attach their names to big hokey kinds of cases. It's a whole thing. But the worst part about it is Judith Penny. That's the worst part about it. Judith Penny was a young teenage girl that got brought into their family for Ed to essay for years. And Lorraine knew about it and helped cover it up. Wonderful stuff, eh? No wonder Ed liked to hang around priests. Anyway, diabolical couple. They were both awful. I don't know if Lorraine is still alive. Ed's gone. One of their sons, I think, is running Annabelle and the whole museum and the whole thing, but not scary in the paranormal way. Scary in the way. If you would like to learn more about them, I do highly recommend Last Podcast on the Left. They did a 2-part series on Ed and Lorraine Warren, and it is enlightening and funny. But yeah, two con artist scripters who didn't even have consciousness, you know what I mean? Like they didn't have that voice in the back of their head saying, "Don't do that." So I highly doubt they ever met a ghost or a demon. And they definitely never looked like this. But wow, am I grateful that casting did this. But yeah, potato-bodied PDF Ed Warren and his lovely wife. Blech.